side of a desk, and it has what looks like inlay of wood in the center of it, with a floral pattern cut out pretty nice, cross-banding glued in around the edges over here. This is actually a pretty nice feat of making something look pretty good with doing it simply. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to strip the finish off on this side right now. This is the side of the chest. It's been stripped, and then after we stripped it, we found that there was a pattern placed over this in a darker color sprayed on in this area, and the lighter color sprayed on around it through a different pattern. It's all one piece of veneer that runs up and down, but just with a stain of color. It's a way of making it look like it has inlay. And then when it's stripped, all the details of the leaves and everything came off. So there was a pattern of that. I didn't want to waste my time copying it. I'm just going to wing it and do a little freehand of putting some dimension into this pattern over here. So here it goes. Leaves always run down to the earth, swirl around and run down. There's no pattern for this. This is your little world. You can make the leaves look like anything you want, but just keep it simple. Once we get the leaves all, the whole pattern all laid out, we'll put a little glazing color over it to blend it in. But for now, just wing it. You want to outline the flowers, not too much detail. You just want to see where the leaves and everything begin and start. Maybe have a little laurel leaf over here, and here's a little, like an iceberg lettuce leaf. You always want to find the stem, the point of it, and bring it out to where it meets the vine. The stem to the vine. See? So you can make it look like anything that you want. There's no rules. Get into some of these flowers over here. Maybe this one is like a big mum, like the kind you see growing in front of your grandmother's house there. Always had these big mums in front of grandma's house. They're fluffy. Keep it fluffy in the detail. Keep it simple. Leaves, stems. But you can do it any way that you want. It's your world. It's your stems. Here's another one of those big mums you see in front of Granny's house. Big leaves and then lots of little beads and things inside there. The drawers were made the same way. See, it's all one veneer, top to bottom, side to side, but a template was put here and stain was added along the edge to make it look like a cross banding. And so what I'm gonna, and also it looks like there's a black line that was on top, which was all drawn in. So right now I'm gonna enhance this black line with a marker pen. Holding the drawer in my hand and my knuckles around the edge, the felt tip, I make a nice clean straight line, all four sides, all of the drawers. I give the drawers and the whole case a nice coat of amber shellac next, and then apply, this is the oil stain, to make it a little deeper and darker in color. Also, and spread it out and wipe it down as lightly as I want. I'm exposing the flowers a little bit more here. I'm gonna stipple this out with a nice stipple brush. Same thing for the drawer. Now the whole desk is sealed And along this edge, I want to add a little cross banding. So using masking tape, I frame it all off, and going to use a furniture toner in an aerosol can. A little bit deeper, darker color around the edge. Then we'll peel off all the tape. And now we're going to scribe in a nice dark line around that edge too. So after a few coats of gloss lacquer, we're going to use some fine steel wool, little water on it, and rub down the lacquer to a nice, smooth, dull, even sheen. Knock down the sheen a little bit. We're going to add a little wax and to paste wax, and then we're going to buff it up, and it's going to have a nice, deep little glow to it. All the drawer runners, you want to put a little paste wax on them too. Make the drawers run smoothly. And the hardware, we get a little fine steel wool, dampened with a little lemon oil, and rubbing up with a little pressure. It makes all the high edges have a nice clean glow. Doesn't overdo it. The deeper edges are a little darker. Now we're going to attach all the hardware. The inside of the cases, I like to give them a nice cleaning, little glass cleaner, and wipe it up, makes them clean and smell real nice. Now at the top of the desk, we're going to get that fine steel wool in a rubbing block and a little water, and we're going to rub down the sheen again on the top. It's a nice, even, mellow, dull sheen. Add a little paste wax and rub it in there nice, make sure it's rubbed in good, and then give it a nice buffing up with a microfiber rag. Start to see that nice, deep little luster start to come out. There it is. Nice. Now we're going to put in all the drawers and step back and take a good look at the work for today.